EOS Nation matches the 1 million DAPP scaling bounty for Reddit, wax NFT hype including hot sauce, spicy rares, and an AtomicBridge for your garbage pail kids, looking back at the Voice global launch, and so much more. I'm Daniel Keys, and this is episode 63 of the EOS Hot Sauce. As always, our spicy weekly updates are available in every format. Watch on YouTube, listen on SoundCloud or your favorite podcast player, or read it at eosnation.io. That's also where you can subscribe to the EOS Nation newsletter to get that spicy sauce poured straight into your inbox. However you prefer it, help spread the sauce by smashing that like, ringing that bell, and giving us a 5-star rating. Let's get to this week's spicy goodness. First up, EOS Nation is matching the Liquid App's Reddit scaling bounty and donating an extra 1 million DAPP tokens to the winning team. Liquid Apps called on the community to contribute to the prize pool in the recent Reddit scaling bounty announcement, and EOS Nation answered that call, bringing the total prize pool to a staggering 2 million DAPP tokens. The Liquid Apps bounty will be awarded to a team who can meet the requirements of the Great Reddit Scaling Bake-Off using Liquid Link deployed on an EOSIO chain. Reddit is holding the bake-off with the Ethereum Foundation and inviting participants to bring Reddit's community points to the Ethereum mainnet with a solution that can scale to onboard its 430 million users. Submissions must be sent in by July 31st, so there's no time to waste. Liquid Apps was quoted, "It has been 2 years since the launch of EOSIO, and in that time, the technology has evolved across multiple chains that can now interoperate and scale horizontally with the help of the DAPP network. Now, our friends on Ethereum need our help. By setting tribalism aside and joining forces across countries, ecosystems, and base layers, not only can this golden opportunity showcase the scaling capabilities of EOSIO and the DAPP network, but it could even accelerate the mass adoption of blockchain as a whole." Liquid Apps has also announced a 350,000 DAPP bounty for the team who's able to connect Liquid Oracles to the Link Oracle network. Up next, it's been another blockbuster week in the ever-growing world of Wax. It started with the significant milestone of reaching over 500,000 accounts created on the Wax blockchain, and there's no doubt that the absolutely easy-to-use Wax Cloud Wallet has contributed to this great achievement. Next came the announcement that Kirk Hollowell from Magic Leap has joined the impressive Wax Advisory Council. For those who don't know, Magic Leap is a leading augmented reality company whose mission is to blend tech, biology, and creativity to reveal new worlds within our world. There are so many synergies between AR and NFTs that we think this Wax and Magic Leap partnership is a match made in digital heaven. Still don't own any NFTs to show off in the future Magic Leap enhanced AR world? Don't worry, EOS Nation has you covered. This week we announced the second official EOS Nation NFT series called Spicy Rares. These limited edition EOS Hot Sauce themed NFTs are going to be given away every week in the live chat during the EOS Hot Sauce premiere on YouTube on Sundays at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. Make sure to subscribe to our EOS Nation YouTube channel and smash the bell to get notified when we go live so you don't miss your chance to get your hands on a spicy rare. If you're tuning in for the premiere of this episode, you're in luck, because it's time to give away the very first Spicy Rare NFTs. They're super rare, so we're only giving away 5 this week. If you'd like your shot at one, just type Spicy Rare in the live chat in the next 2 minutes to be entered into a draw. Winners will be announced in the video comments after the premiere. If you do win a prize today, please email info@eosnation.io for instructions on how to claim your prize. You'll need to leave a comment on this video from the same account that won the live chat contest to prove your identity. It also doesn't hurt to smash the like. Time is ticking. For those who missed it, our first official EOS Nation NFT series was for the Voice global launch last week. We sent out 2 NFTs to the attendees who wanted some, one that can be transferred and traded, and another I Was There badge that can't be moved. These EOS Nation NFTs are created using the Atomic Hub platform and the Atomic Assets NFT standard created by Pink Network. They're easy to create and cost very little in resources. Overall, this makes for a very pleasant, creative experience, and we're excited to continue building out our Atomic Assets NFT series. There are a few other popular EOSIO NFT standards that exist, such as DGoods, which is developed by Mythical Games and used in Blankos, as well as Simple Assets, which can be accessed through the Simple Market, and is the standard used by Topps for their popular Garbage Pail Kids NFT series. In an early sign of what's to come in the world of NFTs, AtomicBridge now lets you swap your Garbage Pail Kids Simple Asset NFTs into the Garbage Pail Kids Atomic Asset NFT, allowing you to browse and trade your Garbage Pail Kids collectibles on the popular Atomic Hub. Congratulations to the Pink Network for such an amazing project in progress. Still hungry for more Atomic Asset goodness? Make sure to join the upcoming Wax Coffee Time meetup featuring Atomic Assets. Jonah Wilmsman, co-founder of the Pink Network and Atomic Assets, is giving a presentation and answering questions. Quick note for the Garbage Pail Kids fans who are excited for the Exotic series that was supposed to be released this week. It was unfortunately delayed due to third-party payment processor issues. But the Wax team just announced that the release will now happen Tuesday, July 14th at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. We're excited to get our hands on some fresh new NFT packs. Now there's much more you can do with NFTs than simply collect them. Although we saw a flurry of new art collections on Atomic Hub in the last week, game developers are also busy finding creative ways to incorporate NFTs into their games. Nifty Wizards by Kurt Braggett is a role-playing game that uses Telegram, Twitter, and NFTs to create their game world. You can complete quests, earn NFTs, trade them, network with other wizards for cooperation or undermining purposes, discover chambers, and become a master of a chamber that gives the ability to create new NFTs for the game. Make sure to check it out. Another game that recently added atomic NFTs is Box Maze. This game is available on Steam and added collectible NFTs as random reward drops throughout the game. That's a lot of NFT action, and we don't expect this hype to die down anytime soon. With all this flurry of activity, it was nice to see that the Wax has now been added to the DAPP.com platform. Congratulations to EarnBet, GPK.market, NewDex, Atomic Assets, and Simple Market for making the top 5 list of most active dApps on Wax. And rounding out the Wax news, this month marks the start of the inaugural Inspector General election. The current Inspector Generals, which were appointed by the Wax team, are now going to be replaced by a token holder election. The term for this position is 18 months and comes with a salary of 75,000 Wax per month, valued at about $4,500 at current prices. Existing Wax guild members are encouraged not to apply in order to avoid conflicts of interest. Now let's take a look back at the world's first look at Voice. The Voice team made a big step towards the global release of the platform on July 4th as Voice CEO Sala Zelatima welcomed readers worldwide to join the platform. Finally, the larger community could lay their eyes on Voice and browse through the content published by the Voice beta testers. The Voice iOS app also became available in the App Store. We recommend everyone with an iOS device download it, since comments are currently visible to everyone in the app, but only to registered users of the web version. We got a little taste of what a promo campaign for Voice could look like a day ahead of the July 4th launch. An inspiring video showcased the multiple reasons why we demand more from social media and need to take social back. It seems the video struck a nerve somewhere, as it was taken down just a few days later. Sala Zelatimo explained the takedown in an article headline, "The Story Behind Unpublishing a Video Critical of Big Tech," where he alludes to pressure from some of the media organizations mentioned in the video. But thanks to Start EOS, who have made the video available to people behind the Great Chinese Firewall, the video is still viewable on WeChat. Big tech and big media eventually will need to recognize that the times are changing, that their business models are outdated. Some might even say that their practices are a threat on our society. Facebook, for example, just failed its first ever civil rights audit. Hernan Arber, director of mobile engineering for Voice and founder of EOS Israel, was in a festive mood during the global launch party he organized. We were very happy to see so many Voice team members join, sharing the enthusiasm and giving answers to community questions. To celebrate the occasion, EOS Nation prepared a set of exclusive limited edition NFT badges for all the participants to remember this special day. Those NFTs were in high demand and even made it into a Voice post thanks to Todd Daniel Schlosser. In the aftermath, several people were reaching out to us to request the Voice NFTs, and we're sad to have missed the party. We're sorry to inform our NFT fans that we're not minting any more copies, as the purpose was to reward those that joined the occasion to show support for the Voice team. Minting more copies than we originally announced would undermine exclusivity and legitimacy of our NFTs. But that's why we decided to launch the Spicy Rares collection on Atomic Acids, which we're giving away for the first time in this episode. Stay tuned for our socials for further information about that, and remember to hit the bell on our YouTube channel so you can get a shot at the next batch. Back to Voice. The next big date for bringing the platform to the masses is the 15th of August. From then on, registered Voice users can send out invites to friends from across the globe. So those eager to join Voice should start browsing the platform to find someone they know who can potentially send an invite. While browsing Voice ourselves, we found a few articles to start you on your journey. You might want to start with Dan Larimer's thought-provoking piece, "Can we end riots with a new kind of government?" which he published just shortly after the launch event. You could follow that with an article that explains how self-governance of Voice could look like, a prominent and unique feature which was also highlighted in the promo video we mentioned earlier. Reading the article, you'll learn about self-governing tools and Voice ground rules, a living and breathing document that will be updated over time based on legal requirements and community feedback. The third recommendation is a more technical overview of Voice written by the head of architecture, Richard Whitner. In the article, he says Voice brings a novel approach to social media, not only in its mission, but with the technology it uses to accomplish the mission. There's a lot more to discover on Voice, and we can't wait to take back social starting August 15th. Are you already thinking about what would be your first article on Voice? Let us know in the comments, and smash the like if you're looking forward to start participating. And now for some news from the American presidential race. Brock Pierce, a well-known community leader and supporter of the EOS network, announced that he's running for president of the United States in 2020. EOS Nation wishes him the best of luck, and we look forward to hearing more about his ideas for the future of his country. Hopefully his presidential platform can be leveraged to attract some attention on issues that are important to many of us in the community. Visit Block.vote to learn more about Brock Pierce and his presidential platform, and you can find a couple of his campaign videos in the written edition of this episode. They explain Brock's philosophy and approach to improving this planet we live on. Moving from presidential elections now to BP elections. After the initial 6-week voting period, Kevin Rose, leader of the Block.one public blockchain engagement team, left the following message on Telegram on Friday. "We have adjusted the vote rotations. Everyone that qualified previously continues to qualify. Thank you." He also added that the voting period is now 2 weeks instead of 1. 30 block producers are currently being voted for by Block.one, with the highest ranked team coming in at number 26. In other Block.one news, we recently noticed that the list of projects that are currently backed by Block.one has grown to an impressive number, totaling 109 at the time of this broadcast. Visit vc.eos.io for the full list of projects. And now for a quick update from deWeb. Onboarding users or communities to deWeb just got a lot easier as they enabled login via email. Login via socials is already available for new users and soon also for already registered users. This means that deWeb accounts can be easily recovered via email, in case a password got forgotten. Good news. And some more good news, this time from eosFinex. We can see the confused faces already. Didn't eosFinex already release last year? Wasn't it bad? Yes, EOSFinex V1 was released last year, and well, yes, it was bad. You know it, we know it, EOSFinex knows it. That's why EOSFinex went back to the drawing board last year. And from what we know, the dedicated EOSFinex team came back with a product that has the potential to deliver something that has yet to be seen anywhere in the crypto space. That killer feature is non-custodial trading enabled directly from your EOS account, while accessing the liquidity of both the decentralized order book of EOSFinex and the vast liquidity of the centralized order book of Bitfinex at the same time. EOSFinex has now invited the public to take part in the closed mainnet beta to test it out for approximately 2 weeks before opening completely to the public. Many founders from EOS Nation signed up for the closed beta and were super excited to test it out and share our first impressions with our community. Stay tuned for that in a future episode by ringing the bell. In the meantime, let's check in with an update from EvoDex. EOS Argentina launched the beta version of the EvolutionDex API, giving developers and traders an idea of what's going on under the hood of the EvolutionDex and presenting the opportunity to integrate the data feed in apps, bots, or websites. The API can be queried in curl, but if you need another programming language, the EOS Argentina team can help. Tapping in, you'll find all the endpoints, a list of Evo token pairs, and info on a specific Evo token. EvolutionDex is an EOSIO smart contract allowing the creation of trading pairs by users and presents the opportunity to generate income to those that provide liquidity. Using EvolutionDex, trading crypto takes a step further to decentralization, as anyone using it can be the exchange. The EOS Argentina team was inspired by the offerings of Bancor and Uniswap, but they've introduced several design improvements. Learn more about those in an article published earlier this year, which you can find linked in the written edition of this episode at eosnation.io. And EOSX keeps getting better. We now offer token swaps. The swap feature currently supports EOS, USDT, and EOSDT, which means EOSX users can easily trade their EOS for stablecoins at current market prices. The EOSX swap is non-custodial, meaning we never hold your funds, and offers high liquidity, low slippage, low cost, and immediate availability. Check it out. Now let's move on to an update from Upland. They announced the launch of the Upland Contributor Network, a hand-selected group of community members that are especially supportive. The first category of this program will be the broadcasters, meaning that if you play the game and publish content about it, you can apply and receive rewards. Anyone is welcome to apply in their Google form, but make sure you study the detailed requirements laid out in the announcement article first. We love the vision behind this initiative, and we can only imagine how such an idea can evolve into a whole new media outlet covering only what's happening within the parallel universe of the Upland game. The community of Uplanders keeps growing partly because of the regular activities happening within the game, such as a Black Lives Matter march, the 4th of July fireworks, and the occasional treasure hunt. And it seems soon the Upland game will get even more exciting, as we saw a video of buildings being constructed on the in-game properties. We're very curious about how those opportunities will develop. To get an idea, tune into a recent Blockchain Gaming World podcast with Upland founder Aydin Zuckerman. And now for some EOS VC news. The German IoT startup ZkSystems closed a 7-digit financing round, and Finlab AG EOS VC was among the investors. ZkSystems provides software for industrial manufacturers, helping them to build out their digital services and thus generate an additional source of revenue. Behind ZkSystems' solution is a state-of-the-art IoT technology, including a unique EOSIO-based blockchain implementation, which integrates directly into ERP systems such as SAP and automates the whole process from data analytics to the billing. For their first pilot, ZkSystems already has some high-profile clients such as Siemens and Bosch. And with the new funding, the company will be able to roll out their product on a larger scale. The company was founded by Diana Rees and Amin Unal in 2018. In 2019, they were part of the SAP.io Foundry Accelerator, and in the same year closed partnerships with Oracle and Sopra Steria. It needs to be said, the Finlab AG EOS VC is doing an impressive job of vetting quality entrepreneurs and making smart investments. And now for some news from the world of Telos. The Telos network had quite a bit of activity to report, as user accounts passed 400,000, of which 100,000 were created in just the month of June. Part of the reason for this increase could be the continuous onboarding of dApps, such as the EOSIO grant recipient Tai Kai, which we introduced in episode 59. The continued growth from projects like eCoin, Angry Warlord, Piranha, and Area X might also play a factor. While the market cap of Telos still remains small, it starts to outpace some of the larger players when it comes to users and activity. And with the successful deployment of the Telos EVM, Ethereum developers can now take advantage of the superior performance of EOSIO on Telos. You can find more details on everything I mentioned in the Telos report for the month of June, which also features great documentation of the Telos Foundation financials. The newest project launch on Telos is the EOS project, which aims to facilitate anonymous disease testing, starting with COVID-19. A mobile app is announced for the month of July. Suvi Rinkanen, CEO of the Telos Foundation, was quoted, "The EOS project and mobile app are prime examples of how blockchain technology can be used to securely collect, anonymize, and manage public health data. At the same time, this is an example of how Telos empowers people of different talents and experiences to work together to achieve a common purpose. We look forward to working with additional collaborators and partners to deploy and grow this app to improve disease testing and outcomes as EOS rolls out in various countries." And the juicy details keep pouring in for Blankos. In a recent interview with GameSpot's Game for All series, the chief creative officer for Blankos Block Party, Jamie Jackson, revealed lots of details and footage for the upcoming AAA game by the EOS VC-funded company Mythical Games. One of our favorite features is the level editing toolkit. It allows gamers to design their own mini-games, such as racetracks, platformers, or even team deathmatches. All of this can be done simply with drag and drop from a menu. User-generated levels will be uploaded to the Party Bus, available for players from around the world to play. This feature comes with an algorithm that suggests you levels to choose based on your preferences, similar to Netflix. Another feature we're looking forward to learning more about is the marketplace, as the Blankos game figures will be tradable on the blockchain. Each Blanko comes with a skill-based ability tree, can be trained to evolve and then be sold. There are many layers to the Blankos Block Party game, like daily challenges, a social hub for chats between players, and a lot of room for creativity. In an interview that Jackson gave to PC Gamer, he explains the overall concept of Blankos like this. The world of Blankos is where toys go when humans aren't looking. Imagine these things that so many of us have on our shelves had a life of their own as soon as we've stepped out of the room. That's the lore. Blankos Block Party is a place for toys to be more than just this object that sits on your shelf. The launch of Blankos seems close as we see new designs of Blankos being published frequently on their social media, and each design is done by a well-known artist. Which one's your favorite so far? Let us know in the comments. And smash that like if you're excited to play. You can already register your account name. And let's wrap this week's episode up with some news from EOS Nation's Korean community manager. The Cayton project, 2 hours northeast of Berlin, is exploring the opportunities of sustainable living and permaculture. On the 18th of July, they'll open their doors for a variety of workshops. As a co-founder, our Korean community manager Bennet Yoon is heavily involved, and will be presenting a variety of EOSIO products such as Atomic Assets, deWeb, Voice, Everipedia, and Effect AI at the event. Make sure to follow the Cayton project on Instagram and watch it evolve. And that's all for this week's episode of EOS Hot Sauce. We've got more spicy goodness for you every week, so subscribe, hit the bell, and stay tuned for the next one. If you can't wait till next week, find our previous episodes at eosnation.io or on our YouTube channel. Once again, I'm your host Daniel Keys, and we'll see you again next week. Until then, let's keep it spicy.